You know what I mean? Is it dope? It's dope to see. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real, man. You look like a thug, all right?
Thug.
You look like a, you know what I mean? Like a regular dude.
Yeah.
But when you open up and you just, it's like flowers. It's like a true story. I see why a lot of people reaching out to you.
I've been a
You know
thug,
what I mean?
man. Listen,
You know what I
I
mean?
was a thug, a gangster.
But I'm
I
glad.
was all that.
But one of the stories that I mean, because I'm listening to your story, and your story is really dope. And as you're telling the story, I'm envisioning it as a movie.
Yeah.
No lie.
Yeah.
A real movie.
That's
Something
my
on
movie.
a. Hear about this. Even if you can't get to Tyler Perry, you know what I mean? 'Cause Tyler Perry would be the mountain peak for you. Understandable. But there's other avenues you could take. You can reach out to all these up and coming directors, all these up and coming artists, film directors, etc. You can give them your story, and y'all can climb up the ladder together.
I spoke to a couple of them.
All right, that's a couple.
You know what's
There's
crazy?
a lot.
One of them I spoke to, they asked me, why should I shoot your story?
Okay.
I told them. They
No,
was like,
wait,
but you
wait.
haven't even done anything.
Yeah, we could slide him to the side. He's an asshole. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Why should he shoot your story? Why should I mess with you? You still ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
You're going to get those. You know what I mean? That's just a couple. That's just a few.
Yeah.
There are some people out there that really has the same vision as you, and if you come together, this is Atlanta. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And a lot of people would definitely, I'm sure, like shit.
Shout out to Atlanta. I love
I know
Atlanta,
some
man.
guys right now. They got shout out to Atlanta's Ugly.
Wow.
Atlanta Ugly. This is a group of guys who actually got their own. You ever seen a show called damn, what's the name of the show? It's an internet show, Money and Violence. Have you ever heard of Money and Violence?
No.
It's a YouTube channel, YouTube series, web series, right?
How old are they?
I mean, they're like probably my age, 30s,
I'm an old man.
28. Anyhow, the plot of the game is these guys are from Flatbush,
Okay.
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Okay. And it's just talking about their life and money and violence, robbing the dudes in the neighborhood and stick up kids or whatever the case may be. I think they was on season 3 or something like that.
Okay.
But Jay-Z came along with it. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Group of kids, and this dude who was writing the storyline was doing it day to day. Like he was like Labor Day was September. He would hurry up and write it. His whole plot, whole everything, whole 9 yards. And anyone out there who know these guys that I'm saying it wrong from Money and Violence, you know what I mean? Chime in, you know what I mean? So they can tell you further things that I may be missing. But anyhow, I know that the dude who was writing the storyline, he was doing this shit like every week and dropping a video every Sunday. He had his whole crew, all of them was independent, doing their own thing. They had the same vision. He wrote it, he shot it, they wanted to come on and play roles, blah, 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 and it went big. When we get out of here, check it out. Money and Violence, YouTube, boom. But I say that to say this. From Money and Violence went all the way down to dudes in Atlanta called Atlanta's Ugly. I know a lot of dudes, Atlanta's Ugly. They're doing the same thing, but in Atlanta. You can easily present it to my guy who does the same thing, sit down and tell him the story. And shit, y'all just take it to the next level. You probably could throw money in the pot or however y'all do your thing, get a better camera, make it more popping, more clean, and more published. Take it up to one of them film festivals, you know what I mean? Pitch a deal, just like how Money and Violence kept doing their thing, season 1, season 2, season 3. Jay-Z pick them up, but we don't hear from them no more. I wouldn't go sign on, but you know what I'm saying.
What, they stop writing?
I don't know.
One hit wonder?
I don't think there was a one-hit wonder. I just felt that, and my thing is, just like with every company, and I'm not taking a shot to Jay-Z, I could be wrong, this is just my opinion, that companies take it like how your man try to take $500K from, try to give you $500K, and he take all the copyrights. Okay, you sign a deal, then after that, you done.
I'm done. And that was way out in L.A.
Right. So
It's
I don't
crazy.
know if that transpired with Tidal, and I'm not starting no rumor, but I am a fan. So I'm coming from a fan's perspective,
Okay.
because I was a big fan of the movie of the Money and Violence. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Is this day and age, everybody go online to watch shit.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
can't remember the last time I actually sat down in front of a TV. I pull up my laptop, watch Netflix on the, blah 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 blah. But anyhow, you know what I mean? I don't see them no more.
Yeah.
And it was something that I was watching. So Atlanta's Ugly is the next one that's up. I can link you up behind the scenes with these dudes. You sit down, chop it up. He got the film, he got the storyline, he got the plot. You know what I mean? give him your story. I don't know if that's going to change this whole season, because, you know, season to season 1, season 2, different actors, but I'm sure you could take your role and add your situation to it.
Could work, man. Listen,
and
it
it
could work.
You know what I mean? That's why you love Atlanta. It got so many different loopholes.
Look, the crazy thing is, even if he don't want my story, right? I go in with the pen. It's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I released books 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm talking about completed, published.
Yeah, man, that's
feel
what you
me?
need to start going to. Go to book openings and because I know a lot of people. Atlanta, you bump into a lot of people, man. So, with that being said, so all these books is different titles, different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, different faces, man. Like different chapters in my life.
Different chapters in your life.
Tasty.
That's the first one.
Did I tell you about Tasty yet?
Yeah, I believe so. But we could go back for all the new listeners that's listening. I got a brand new guest here. Introduce yourself one more time.
The Pen himself, Zachary the Pen Hoagland from Jersey.
The Pen himself, Zachary. He's a author, okay? He's an author. He's a writer, as you know. What else you do?
Publisher, a motivational speaker, a talent acquisition. I got many faces, man, with
so
many
hats.
faces.
So many faces. And he's
I
just
do it all, man.
he's a regular dude. Looks like a regular dude,
Yeah,
right? You know?
so normal.
Just a regular guy, regular cat. You never know what gem is inside a person.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. So, we was about to say, on your new accomplishments.
We was talking about one of my books.
Yeah. The first one is
you know
Tasty.
what's crazy? I
First-
just released.
First one is Tasty.
Now, actually, I wrote Tasty in 06.
06, wow, okay.
I think I wrote Tasty in 06. It was 013. I wrote in that 06. Man, I wrote a book every time I came home. It was crazy.
Whoa, shit.
Yeah. I think I wrote it in 06. I was dealing with this female. She couldn't read, she couldn't write. I taught her that. She wouldn't cook, she wouldn't clean. I dealt with it. She was combative and argumentative. Once again, I dealt with it. Why? Because she made me feel good. You feel me? She had you talking about an unruly child, right? That God couldn't tame. You feel me? On top of that, he wasn't mine. Like, how do you deal? That's my new thing. Like, how do you deal? But that book right there was a whole nother wave. It's about 6 books, 7 books added on to that. That book go. It's a series. I write nothing but series. But my most recent book is a service. You talking about, I don't know how many drivers that's listening, right? That's tuning in right now. They're driving the A. Maybe you drive for Uber. Maybe you're a taxi driver. But we talking about driving with no stipulations, man. Me and my wife was going through something. Me and my wife always go through something. Well, my new wife. Shout out to my wife. What's up, babe? I know you tuned in. Told my wife to download the app. So we there. Anyway, me and my wife was going through something over money. Money issues. No, we do that. It's what it is. We was down to our last $38. We was staying in the motel, waiting to how this thing was gonna play out. We went to no, this is after the church thing. We was going through money issues. We had a little argument or whatever. And she said, well, babe, being that your Uber was shut down, you already had the experience. Why don't you just continue to drive? I'm like, but listen, my Uber was shut down because God shut it down. She was like, I'm like, okay, what I'm going to do? Like, what do I begin at? She said, don't even worry about it. I got your business cards coming, right? I got your business cards coming. I got my business cards. I start passing them out. They start calling me up. I was picking up all the motels, right? And when I say I was picking them up, only reason I was picking the motels up because I was staying in the motel. I was giving back to the motels. I knew they needed me in the motels, right? I started picking them up, man. You talking about picking up pimps with whole families, man, right? Not chasing, right? What am I doing picking? How am I getting, like, what am I doing to get myself involved in this? Right? I picked this brother up with his wife, his son, his dog. He said, listen, man, I don't know how raw you want me to give it to him, but I'm gonna give it to you raw. He said, listen, man, I want you to take my wife, right, to meet up with her friend for 30 minutes, and I'm gonna pay you $50. I'm like, all right, coming from Jersey, we're not too familiar with, well, I'm not too familiar with call girls, right? Took his wife to meet her friend, which is another guy. She went inside. She came back out in like maybe 5 minutes. She like, Kool-Aid, I got a headache. He was like, you got a headache, huh? You got a headache, huh? Let me see. You went inside, you come back out, knowing this man he was cursing and all that, knowing this man got $100 in his pocket, and you come back out like you talking about you got a mother headache. I'm sitting there looking, right? I can't believe the way he talking to her. She's like, but he said, you got a headache, huh? Said it again, you got a headache, huh? You got a headache, huh? He said, listen here, B. You got 10 minutes to get your back in that house, and you bet not come back out without my check. She's sitting there, tears start coming out of her eyes, right? I'm looking in the mirror. She looking at me in the mirror, right? She on the right side, I'm on the left. I turned my head to the left, right? I'm thinking to myself, you got about 8 minutes left. That's funny, but it was real, you feel me? She was like, he was like, now get your punk out of here. It became a service, right? I'm supposed to just give him a trip. You talking about taking brothers, one brother asked me to take him to the motel to pick his property up, right? I took him, we talking about a service, y'all. Whole nother wave, man. I took him to the motel to pick his property up. I'm gonna tell you why this thing right here is called a service. Took him to the motel to pick his property up. He went up in the motel, he came back out like, listen, meet me around the back. I'm like, all right, cool. I go around the back, he come out with not the flat screen TV, right? In the motel room. You talking about paint chips and screws still sticking out the back of it. It became a service, right? The book is crazy, man. It's a whole nother wave. It's about 3 or 4, maybe 5 books attached to that. I put nothing together but series, man. You never know what this thing will entail as a driver in the A.
That should be the name of the book, The Driver in the A.
I thought about that, but that was too soon. I started Googling different things. You know, it was...
There's a lot of books called A Driver in the A?
Nah, not A Driver in the A, but it's... Me and my man was basically going over titles. My man locked up. Shout out to Bug. My man, you know, my right-hand man, he locked up. And we was going through different titles and stuff like that. And that popped up. A drive, just like something... It's like real simple. Like A Driver in the A. But a service, it's like... Although you're doing a service, right? You look at it more like a trip until you pick them up and you see the type of things that take place in the back of your truck or the back of your car, right? You talking about picking up, I picked this white girl up, right? 3 o'clock in the morning. Listen, another call girl. I want you to take me to see my friend. I'm gonna pay you $50. She go inside, come out like 10 minutes. She go in the motel, come out like 10 minutes. She got her shirt ripped open. I'm like, running to the truck. I see her running. I'm looking in back of her. Instinct. I'm looking in back of her. I see this brother in back of her. Bald head, forehead sweating, no shirt on, no socks and shoes on. Speedos, about 300 pounds, with a gun long as my truck. He said, listen, B, you stole my wallet. I looked at him, right? I'm like, okay, Zach. If you kill her, guilty by association if you leave. Okay, Zach. If he kill her, guilty by association if you stay. What do you do? Go talk to the brother. He look like you. You feel me? No other choice. I got out. I said, what's going on, champ? He looked at me. He was like, listen, man, I know you her pimp. I don't want to talk. We could get it in. He got a gun this long. Talking we can get what we get what in. I'm like, bro, listen, man. I'm not her pimp, I'm her driver. And we ain't getting nothing in. I used to be tough when I was younger. I ain't tough no more. Still got hooked up the jab though, y'all. But I ain't tough no more. You feel me? Anyway, he said, listen, man, all I want is my wallet. I'm like, give me his wallet. I don't even know her. Give me his wallet. I don't know what he talking about. I'm like, oh, this thing got a gun this long. You got his wallet. He ain't come out here for nothing. Forehead sweating. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, he said, man, cocked it back. I said, man, boom. I saw the wallet was sticking out right here. Went right in her panties. Bang, give me that. Gave it to him. Listen, brother, it's yours. She said, you went? I said, man. She's like, basically, like, oh, you went in my panties now? I'm like, listen, man, This life or death right here. We can deal with that later. Gave him his wallet. I said, bro, look through the wallet, man. Make sure all your credentials is in there. All your bread and everything. He went up in there. I said, all I want to do is make sure that this young lady right here get dropped off where I picked her up from. I said, and I want to get back home to my family, as you should as well. I saw he had a ring on his finger. He looked at me. He said, you know what, bro? You right. He said, and you don't let me catch you around these parts again. Talking about the girl. A service. Whole nother wave, man. That book's serious. It's going to take you all the way there. All my books take you somewhere. Like I said, I take you to church. I take you to prison. I take you to the crack house.
Nice. So where can I follow you on Instagram at? And your Facebook, one more time.
You can go through my website. My website has everything attached. JackHogalino.com. JackHogalino.com. My name is Zachary Hoagland. All my social media is attached to that name as well.
Nice. So we're going to close out tonight with Zach, man. We appreciate you coming out and hanging out with us, man. Make sure y'all get his books. Follow him on Instagram, Snapchat, and all that other stuff. If you know Tyler Perry or you know somebody who's trying to crack on or knew something, reach out to this brother, man. I'm telling you, you'll be satisfied, man.
Shout out to Tyler Perry. Hey, Big On, got to see you. Shout out to my uncle, Kevin Coleman.
It's definitely look, man. We appreciate you, man. And if you got anything else that's new coming on, man, definitely come by. How do you Unique Radio? We definitely get you on.
Got you. Listen, man, thanks for having me. Actually, I just released another series. I don't know if you want that right now, or I can give it to you later.
We can give it to you. We can give it to them later.
Yeah.
I think we spent a whole hour with you. I mean, they're intrigued. I'm intrigued. You know what I mean? About based on that. I appreciate you, dog.
Yeah.
Really do. And I wish you many, many more. Again, don't be a stranger, man. Holler at us.
Listen, man, anytime. Anytime.
Holler Unique Radio, baby. It's 9 o'clock. Let's get straight to it, dogs.
Let me give them this last thing before we go off the air. You about to go off right now?
Yeah.
All I want to do is give them, for $2,000, I'll publish your book in 45 days. Tops. Facts.
Follow that man on Instagram. Let's get straight to it. Let's go. Sucker Free Saturday.
It's my boy right here, y'all. See that right there? I want y'all to download that app. Download that app right there. Yup. We ain't playing no games. Shout out to AB. Shout out to AB.
Shut up.
AB.
Yeah.
All right, listen, man. We out. I'm going to holler at y'all later, man. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, 4 o'clock. We're doing it tomorrow, 4 o'clock. It's like there's other things going on in the morning. I'm a little under the weather right now. But, listen, man. They want to know, man. I'm going to give it to them. It is what it is. Studio Boys. New Fame Entertainment. Yo. Highly Unique Radio. Listen, man, it goes down in here. We not playing. Let's go.